On January the 10th, the Carlsberg Foundation hosted a seminar on the role of the humanities in the world in the inspiring surroundings of the historic Carlsberg Academy in Copenhagen. The seminar aimed to celebrate and discuss how the humanities, especially since the mid-20th century, have delivered subtle but pervasive concepts that help us understand the world around us. At the seminar, the participants discussed the role and value of the humanistic work, offering frameworks to think about challenges and solutions in the world today. The seminar was opened by Chairman of the Carlsberg Foundation, Professor Flemming Wiesenbacher, and Associate Professor Anders Engberg Pedersen. The keynote speakers were Professor Rens Bod from the University of Amsterdam, who spoke about how the humanities have changed the world, Professor Honora O'Neill from the University of Cambridge, who asked the question, "Are the humanities different?" And Professor Stefan Collini, also from the University of Cambridge, who spoke on the concept of not justifying the humanities. After the keynote speakers, several humanistic concepts were introduced and discussed by the following speakers. Associate Professor Peter Dalsgaard on the subject of socio-technical systems. Do we shape technology, or does technology shape us? Professor Johanna Seibt on the concept of authenticity, the cultural imaginary and post-humanism. Professor Rubina Raya spoke on the subject of the ground beneath our feet, archaeology, objects and new nationalisms. Professor Mette Birkedal Brun spoke on the subject of memory revisited. Associate Professor Tine Rosen on the subject of nostalgia as a cultural phenomenon, contemporary trends in Russia and beyond. Professor Vincent Hendricks on the concept of bubble studies. Associate Professor Kasper Boye on the concept of construal, from half-full glasses to cognitive linguistics. And Associate Professor Søren Riis on deconstruction as academic and everyday praxis. The seminar was ended by a panel discussion on the question, "What is the relevance and role of humanities in the future?" moderated by scientific journalist Lone Frank.
And with that, thank you.
Further information and video on humanities in the world can be found on the Carlsberg Foundation website.